Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Nspire U Network. Today, we are in Daphne, Alabama at Boom Performance with Coach KJ, who is a phenomenal fitness trainer, and he also happens to be my son. Coach KJ, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. So the place looks good. We know that you just moved in one day ago.
Yeah, just got here yesterday. It's a lot of work needs to be done in here, but I'm glad to have the space.
Yeah, because I think the most important thing is the work that's actually done in here as far as your workout program. So let's talk a little bit about that, because as we were setting up, we noticed that you had a couple of youth athletes in the program. So talk to us a little bit about how you work with the youth athletes and how that goes.
Absolutely. I have a couple middle schoolers that I think were in here whenever, or the ones that you saw were middle schoolers. I have a 12-year-old softball team that I work with. It's called Bionics 16. And with the kids, it's kind of just mostly form and technique and stuff that we're working on, nothing major. Try not to get on weights too early with kids, but I'm just trying to make sure their running form's down packed, lifting form is good, and everything like that.
Okay. And tell us, what does a workout program like this do for youth as far as their self-esteem and different habits and things like that?
Yeah, I think it can really build a kid up. I know the biggest thing I learned through sports is just effort, you know what I mean? So it's good to establish the effort and the work ethic at a young age, so that way, you know, that's on the back burner. By the time you get to high school, you work on technique more so than effort once you get to high school and college for the kids that are fortunate enough to go to college and play sports.
Okay. And so is that something that inspired you as you were coming up? Because, you know, we did the football and all those different things. And is that something that inspired you to want to go into personal training with your experience working out as a youth?
Yeah, definitely. Mostly because, you know, I wish that my athletic light or my switch would have come on at an earlier age than it did. And I know that if I would have had coaches, or not to knock any of the coaches that I had, but, you know, a coach can easily inspire a kid to turn that switch on at an early age. You know what I mean? It takes kind of an influence or an experience to get that to happen. So I would love to be able to make that happen for kids at an early age.
Okay. Well, it looks like you're doing that. I mean, they were having a really good time. So now let's shift, because you obviously you had a good number of adults in here as well. So as far as your classes, is it all male, all female? Do you have group sessions, individual sessions? Tell us about the different services that you offer.
Yeah, so about 80% of my clientele is women. I have, I think, about 29 clients right now. So my classes range from, you know, 4 to 6 people at a time, upwards of 8 or 10. And like I said, it's kind of the same. I definitely harp on form and technique and whatnot, but obviously the older people can do weights and, you know, heavy Olympic lifts and heavier stuff like that. Once they're more developed and have a better idea of form and technique and everything like that.
Okay, all right. And your hours are flexible, so you have classes as early as 4 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am. I have a 2-year-old, so when I don't have him with me, we do 4 a.m. sessions, and I'll run till about 8 or 9 in the mornings, and then I'll have a little break, and the evening sessions kind of just come as, you know, as necessary. I have a booking app that everyone uses, and I just put my availability up, and everyone can go in and select their own time. So I try to stay as flexible as possible.
Okay. And then you have some outside activities that you do with your clients as well. Tell us about those.
Yes, ma'am. Some Saturdays we'll go to Bayfront Park. We'll get a workout in the sand. It's a really good workout for you, good for your legs. And we have a yoga instructor also that comes on Saturdays, Nicole Ewing. She's great. Love having her. She comes every Saturday at 8 a.m.
Okay. All right. And so one of the other things that I wanted to hit on, because people often think that because you work out every day, you can eat whatever you want. I know that that's not true, because you've said it to me.
Right.
So tell everybody else how that's not true.
Well, nutrition is highly important. It's more important than working out. You know what I mean? And just because you work out doesn't necessarily mean you can eat however you want. You can maybe give yourself some leeway and not see the results as quickly as a person that doesn't work out often, but that can lead to other health issues and stuff like that. I've done a lot of learning and studying on nutrition and just different foods and stuff like that here in the last few years, and it's kind of astounding what you'll learn if you actually will look into it about foods and stuff. And so I've been very protective of myself, just kind of what I'm consuming and where it's coming from and stuff like that. So definitely not good to eat however you would like. I mean, sometimes, you know, I'll eat bad, but I try to balance it out, try to make up for it with working out, or, you know, with kind of cutting back on bad stuff like that over the next few days. But overall, I think it's best to just eat a balanced meal, so or have a balanced nutritional plan, so that when you do eat bad, it doesn't set you back as far. You can kind of shake back from it a little faster. But I definitely wouldn't advise making a lifestyle of eating whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah. And that definitely shows through my grandson, John Ezra, because he really enjoyed that rolled ice cream that I took him to get last weekend. Well, we appreciate your time. And lastly, if you will give us some contact information in case someone's looking for a workout program, let them know how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, so my phone number is 251-382-2923. My Facebook, I have a business page, it's Boom Performance on Facebook. My email is boomperformance@mail.com, and then my Instagram is KJ the Coach, just like on the shirt.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We wish you well in everything that you're doing, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
So we are still here at Boom Performance in Daphne with Coach KJ, and we have with us Deontay, who has been working out with Coach KJ. And Deontay, tell us a little bit about the program.
Well, I just finished my first week. It's very intense. It's not very long, but you do a lot while you're here. He's gonna push you hard. You just got to be ready to work because it's pretty intense.
Okay. And how has that 1 week changed your life or your perspective on your health and fitness?
It's helped me, I feel more energized throughout the day. I feel like I'm getting results. I don't feel as tired, sluggish. I feel like I'm ready for the day. And it's good that it's early in the morning, so the rest of the day you're just good to go.
Okay, all right. And so was your choice to start this program, is there a specific reason, or you just want to improve your overall health and fitness?
I wanted to slim down because, I was an athlete my whole life, and I guess once I stopped playing, I picked up some extra weight. But working with him, I'm definitely seeing some results. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting back in shape.
Well, good. You look like you were having a good time over there. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Yes,
we appreciate it, and good luck with your workout.
All right, thank you.
You feel so comfortable when you're down here.
Everything from the services was very professional.
They understand what grieving is.
And it was so much easier having things done ahead of time.
They help you in every way that they can.
These things go on through your life, and you always have your memories, and it's nice that someone else can care about someone else's feelings like that.
And we're back, and we're going to talk about food now. And that is what keeps you going. That's your fuel that makes you move. And the one word that's big right now is food prep. And I have with me Cora Evans, a nutrition coach. How you doing, Cora?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us on the Nspire U Network. So I want to talk about food prep, and I hear food prep, and I hear a lot of different words with diets and paleo and keto and other different things going on. Do they all work the same, or how does food prep play with those? Just kind of get us educated today.
Okay, that's cool. What it is food prep is planning ahead for the meals that you want to have, and it's based on the diet that you're on. If it's keto, then that's going to be something that is high in protein and high in green leafy vegetables. If it's paleo, then it's going to be very minimal processed foods. So it just depends on what you're going for.
Okay, so where you want to end up is pretty much where you know where you need to start at.
Exactly.
So if I'm on a particular diet, I need to know how to prep for that. But let's just say I'm just regular Joe Blow or regular Jane at the house, but I want to do better for my family with some food prep. What are some basic one-on-one food prep things that I would need to know?
Well, first of all, when you're talking about food prep, you're talking about, again, planning ahead. So it could have something to do with the specific diet that you're on or not. One way to look at food prep is to maximize your time and energy and effort so you don't spend as much time in the kitchen. And then the other way is to attack it from a diet perspective, like what you want for your family to have.
Right.
So if you're doing it for a cost-effective and time-effective means, then there's a way to do that where you cook in bulk. And if you're doing this for a diet reason, then you're going to purchase the things that you need and try to create as much variety as you can using those items.
What are some basic things that we need to do for the food prep? Do we need to have certain spices, certain meats, certain vegetables? What type things we kind of have to have week upon week upon week?
every week, you know you're going to have, unless you're doing a vegetarian diet, you know you're going to have a protein. Even if it's vegetarian, then your protein is just a vegetable.
Okay.
But you know you have to have a protein. You usually have to have a grain or a grain substitute, and everything is better with the sauce. It satiates your taste buds and makes you the food more enjoyable. So you need a sauce or a cream or something to go with that. So finding the ones that are your go-tos, the ones that you really like, then that's what you go and buy every week, and then you can make a variation of the flavors based on the spices that you enjoy.
Okay, now 2 dishes that you were working on for us today, they both have a protein in them. They have one has chicken and one has beef. Talk about those dishes, what kind of went into those, and talk about the prep that it took to get those ready for.
Okay, so I've prepared a Tuscan-inspired chicken and broccoli and a curried meatball and spaghetti dish.
Okay.
And so most people, hamburger is a good staple. It's affordable, and you can get that readily at most of your supermarkets. And chicken, of course, everybody
Right.
goes to chicken. That's the thing that we fall back on. So I prepared the Tuscan-inspired chicken, which was chicken thighs, and I bought them in bulk. But again, when you prepare that, I did the Tuscan chicken, but you can also do it and put different spices on them.
Okay.
Like separate your lot so that you don't have all of one flavor. So if
Right.
you're doing this for the week, I don't have to have Tuscan-inspired chicken every single day.
Okay.
So you divide that.
Okay, okay. And for the other dish with the meatballs and the spaghetti with the green beans, you could also take that beef and take it into another dish like hamburger or even maybe some steak if you have that.
Exactly. Like normally, if you do the hamburger, we know we can do spaghetti with that. That's what
Right.
everybody does. But try meatballs, try meat patties. You can do another dish that I like to do is a Mexican bowl where you use cumin and other spices that are more south of the border and make a dish with that. Just creating variety and actually having fun, playing with it until you get what you like.
As far as when you get your preparation together, you get the dishes together, you cook them, are there certain ways you need to separate them for future days during the week?
Yes. A normal day, I usually cook on Sundays, so I will bake lots of chicken and season it with the staple seasonings that can go in any direction. And then once it's done, part of the chicken will be seasoned one way, part another way. Some of it I'll use for salads. Some of it I'll use for this Tuscan dish,
Right.
or I may use it for quesadillas or something. But having the staple and then changing the flavors just by the spices creates the variation in your dishes.
So, Cora, tell me this. I know that you want to keep it fresh. You want to keep it exciting for the family. As far as keeping it fresh, how about your vegetables? Do you go to the big grocers for that? Do you go to your local farmer's market? What works best? What would you suggest?
I suggest going to your local farmer's market. It's best to eat what's in season because you know that that's fresh. The problem with going to a large store, if you go there if you have to, or if you don't have a choice. But the problem with going with those is that the produce that we get from them usually comes from farther than 500 miles away from us.
Gotcha.
So that means it has to be preserved in some way, which means it has an opportunity to have some spoilage possibly or something that goes on with it. So it's best for us to get local sustainable food from the farmer's market. So my vegetables I typically get from that.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I really enjoyed it. You've shared so much. We're going to take a look at some of the finished products that you have here. They look absolutely great. We appreciate you for taking time out with us. So, Cora Evans, nutrition coach. One last thing, if you could tell us, what is probably one mistake that people make with their food prep that you know of?
I would think that looking at it bigger than what it is.
Okay.
Taking on too much, starting too big. Start simple, do the simplest things first. Like if you do the chicken or the beef and you are going to have the same thing all week, just change the sauce. You can do an Alfredo sauce, you can do a 3-cheese sauce, you can do a marinara sauce. That will give you variation and make you not become bored with the products that you're making.
Awesome. I appreciate that tip. All right. Well, we appreciate you for being here with us today in the Nspire U Network. You got to eat healthy. You got to have the right fuel going into your body, and food prep is going to help get you there.
Challenge. It's the Central State Marauders and the Alabama A&M Bulldogs.
September 28th, game time is 6 p.m.
Don't miss all the hard-hitting action of the Gulf Coast Challenge. And oh yeah, the halftime show's gonna be lit for the ultimate HBCU experience. Make your plans to attend now. The ultimate HBCU experience. The Gulf Coast Challenge.
Hello, everyone. It is your girl, the Bams, in the building. Well, in this building, you can see I'm in a gym. But your boy Eric Javon's back there. I don't really know what he has going on, but we're going to let him continue to do his fitness thing. I'm so honored to be here with Miss D, the beautiful D Thomas of Mobile, Alabama. You want to know why? Because, ladies, we love to get jazzy. We like to get sexy. We like to get cute. But you know you can do that for the gym, right? You don't have to just do it when you're going out. Right. So I am donning a crop top, Boom Performance.
Looking good.
My little brother's gym. So I can't say he has a little style. I kind of had to put him a hip, let's cut this off because he had it down here. But D is going to tell us when it comes to in the gym, what you should and should not wear and why. So you looking adorable, and we'll go over what you have on. I like this little waist thing you got going now. I'm going to have to book you for that. Let me give me one of these. But tell us, what's the importance of how you dress in the gym?
So number one, it's so important to dress comfortably, but make sure you can actually do what you need to do in the gym. So we want to make sure we have bras and tops that hold us together, ladies, because you don't want to be flopping all over the place.
Not cute at all. It's a distraction. I don't know if y'all know that. It's a distraction.
Yes. So it's so important to get fitted for your sports bras because a lot of us need that.
Oh.
So you know what size bra to get.
Makes sense.
So you're not flopping all over the place, or it's not cutting you in half. So that's very important.
No $5 footlongs, please.
$5 bra. Yes. And the other thing to remember is that nipple pads is really important.
Oh, that's smart because a lot of your stuff is kind of thin, so you can see your nipples through.
Yes.
Understood. That
yes.
makes total sense.
That's a really big deal, especially when you are just wearing a top. So a lot of us, it's summer, it's hot, we want to just wear a top. So getting a top that has those pads will help you feel comfortable as well.
Makes total sense. Now tell me, sweat.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Yes.
So should you do dry fit? Does it matter? Cotton? Is there a preference?
I would say dry fit and cotton are really, really good. Suplex material is great, but nylon, polyester, that's what things.
Denim? Because some people wear jeans to the
gym. You start to stink at that point. So anything with nylon and all that stuff, that's when we have those issues, and we don't want to be smelling like a mess.
Ooh, and
a mess.
Got it.
Yes.
Well, I know that you have a bunch of different fitness outfits, and you look so great in them. So the first one we're going to discuss is this one. So tell me about this.
So this top is a midriff top, but it also has a built-in bra in it. So that's an option for us as well. So the bottom is just regular tights. This is what I want to say about the tights. Don't go get your tights from just Walmart or any type of legging that you will wear going out. And you also want to, I always say the bent over test. So get in front of a mirror, bend over to make sure your underwear are not showing through, right? Because we don't want to moon anybody.
We don't want to see your goodies or take my picture. Please don't.
At all, at all. So that's a little bit about the outfit. And very simple, tie something around your waist if you're feeling subconscious at all, especially when you're going to a gym with a lot of men and you don't want to be a distraction and you don't also want to have undue attention to yourself.
Makes total sense. Now, this piece that we have here, you have your midriff showing, because some people like to show their midriff. I don't see anything wrong with that. So when it comes to showing your midriff, what's your advice there?
Advice for midriff, get high waist pants and make sure you check those before you leave the store, and then have a midriff that's a little bit longer than a sports bra.
Makes sense.
That's my suggestion.
Yes, because I have seen some people in a sports bra and biker tights, and they in that thing.
Yeah. So make sure they come up a little bit higher. Hold your bottom in and hold your top in.
Okay, and before we get to exactly what you're wearing, we have one last outfit that you're in, and tell us a little bit about this one.
Yeah, so this is just a simple Nike outfit. It's long sleeve. We're not going to wear it in the summer, but as we get into the colder months, this is a great outfit. And it also holds you in. It's dry fit. The bottom is high waist. and the top comes down over your pants as well. So
Got
that's going to help a lot, getting a top that's long enough, because you don't want to be doing burpees or doing cardio and your top is flying off. So
completely understood.
that is a little bit about that outfit.
Makes total sense. And lastly, your outfit that you're wearing now, is it a bodysuit? It's a
It is a bodysuit. It's a one-piece bodysuit.
Love it.
And I have to throw the waist beads on there because they're super trendy right now. But I love this outfit. This is actually a fitness one-piece. So I didn't get it from H&M. I didn't get it from any major retailer. It's from Brazil because Brazilians wear one pieces all the time.
My hoodie came from Hobby Lobby, but I mean, you know, Brazil, that's what's up.
Yes, and so this one does have built-in nipple pads as well, so that Eric does not have to feel like he's violated in the gym, right?
And so that we don't violate Air Javon, we ask that, you know, yes, women, we wear tights, but fellas,
right, you
that's
know,
another episode, but
men, please just put a little something over your tights, okay? Just put a little something over your tights. Just put a little something over your tights.
Well, Dee, it has been an absolute pleasure for you to take us on this fitness fashion journey.
Yes.
Is there anything how can people get in touch with you if they want to get fit with you or order a shake from you? Because I hear you do some yummy shakes.
I do. So I do Herbalife Nutrition, help you to lose weight, get healthy, and all that stuff. So you can find me on Instagram, The Black Fit Lanthropist. You can also find me on Facebook, D Thomas, The Black Fit Lanthropist. Connect with me, message me, and I'll help you reach your goals.
Love it. So you spent the day with the Bams and Dee, knowing how to look fly in the gym. Stay tuned. We have so many other things coming up. Eric Javon, where you at? What you doing? Y'all stay tuned.
Prestige Event Center is the place for your dream event. Weddings, concerts, balls, birthday parties, reunions, church events, conferences. Whatever you envision, Prestige will assist in making your dream come true. Each event is created to your custom specifications with the focus on hospitality and budget. Prestige has many designs to choose from in their all-new facility. Come by for a tour. Prestige Event Center exceeds all your expectations.
And we are back, and this time we're with Miss Ashley Strickland from Fit Body Forever in Daphne. Ashley, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, doing good. Really glad to be here with Miss Ashley because this is the gym that I actually attend, and I love this program. I have a few issues with arthritis, and I tore my meniscus in my knee a few years back, and this program has just been phenomenal. So Ashley's going to tell us a little bit more about it, and we're excited to be here.
Right.
Ashley, how long have you been here?
So we have been here almost 4 years now, so it'll be 4 years in the spring. We started as the boot camp program on the other side. They've been here about 8 years, and the Fit Body Forever program is fairly new. So we're certified through what's called the Functional Aging Institute. And we opened our program 4 years ago because this is it's a retirement community, so it's important that we have something for the 55 and older age group to where they kind of are working out with the same group of people, their same goals, their same kind of health issues, so that way they have a kind of safe, comfortable place that they can work out to.
Right. And I appreciate that. And I remember when I saw the news story, I was thinking, ooh, 55 and over. I'm close, not quite there, but let me see. And I called and you said absolutely, you know, we could come in. So I know that it's designed for 55 and older, but you do have some people that are not quite that age that are still welcome in the program.
We do, of course. So it's mainly, our program is different in the boot camp program in the way that it's a little less impact. So when we say 55 and older, we're generally just trying to make sure we're looking out for health issues, whether it be knees, shoulders, hips, ankles, backs. So we just keep it a little less impact. So anybody that has issues where they're struggling with impact, they need to still get a good workout, but they need their form to be watched a little bit more closely. That's kind of what our program's about.
Okay, yeah, and I really like that because I even noticed that even though the program is designed for those of us that have health issues, you still have modifications within that design for people who may have extreme issues with that too. So I think that's a really great thing to think about. And so now you are the lead coach here, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and how many coaches do you have for this particular class?
So we have 5 total coaches. So we're all certified through the Functional Aging Institute and have our personal training certifications as well. So you'll be seeing me a good bit of the time, but you'll also see some other ones in here too.
Okay, all right. And tell us about the hours. You have several different classes?
Yeah. So we have morning, afternoon, and evening. We also have Saturday classes. When we first started, we had the midday sessions, and we had a lot of demand from people who they're still working. You know, they're near retirement age, but everybody works up until, you know, whenever they really want to now at this point. So we have 6:15 in the morning, we have an 8 a.m., 10:15 and 11 for our midday people, and then we have a 5:15 and 6 p.m. for the people that are still working and want to come after work. We also have Saturdays and 8:15 and 9. So that way, if you do want to come on the weekends, we have those options as well.
Okay. And then you also have different services that you offer as far as meal plans and different things like that. I know that you do the shopping thing every now and then. Tell us about that.
So with membership, we have a couple things that we offer. The first of which is our Lean Habits workshop. So if you are interested in nutrition, because they do go hand in hand. So we have a workshop that we do twice a month. And then we also do grocery store tours where once a month we take you through Publix, show you what to buy, what not to buy, how to read labels. We also have a physical therapist who comes in once a month and does free screenings with our members. So if you do have something going on, you're not quite sure what it is, but you don't want to go and pay a copay, you can check them out and just sign up for that once a month screening as well.
Yeah, awesome. I think I need to have my knee checked on right now. So again, I really enjoy the class. I think that it's a wonderful thing that you're doing here, particularly for people who really want to stay fit and want to look good and want to feel good.
Right.
One of the biggest things that I like is the balance, because I've always been a little clumsy, you know, so I think, you know, the different exercises that you have to teach balance and all of that is great. So thank you, Ashley, for having us. If you would, please give us some contact information for someone who may be interested in joining the program.
Okay, so you can either call our phone number. Our number is 877-483-5020, or you can email our office manager directly. Her email is office@daphnefbbc.com.
All right. Well, thank you again. We appreciate you. And y'all, call Miss Ashley. Get in shape. Look good. Well, we've learned a lot about health and fitness today and how important it is to have a balance between the two. If you're not already involved in a fitness program, we hope that this information inspires you to do so. We want to say thank you very much to Fit Body Forever in Daphne, Boom Performance in Daphne, Miss Dee Thomas, and Miss Cora Evans for all the great information. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, thank you to our partners, Prestige Event Center Mobile, Smalls Mortuary and Cremation Services, Port City Limousine Services. Thank you so much, and until next time.
We are here to inspire.